Washington is still considered a major turning point in racial equality in our country. Thousands of people will descend on Washington, D.C. this weekend to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the march and to put congressional leaders on notice about the progress that still needs to be made.
That's right. Joining this weekend's march is New York's very own Jennifer Jones Austin. She's a social justice advocate who leads the Federation of Protestant Welfare Agencies. Good morning, Jennifer. Thank you for being here.
Glad to be here and just hopeful that the technology holds up.
There you go.
Really appreciate the opportunity
So
to be
far,
with you.
so good, right? Technology's holding up. So you're already in D.C. planning for tomorrow's big march. Let's talk about the theme here, a commemoration, a continuation, right? What does that mean, and how many people are expected to participate?
So 10 years ago at the 50th, Reverend Sharpton said, this is not a celebration. He said it's a commemoration. Now he's saying it's not just a commemoration, it's a continuation for very good reason. The reason being that while significant progress has been made, the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, although much of it has been eroded in recent years, affirmative action, we now see where that is. Fair Housing Act, who knows what's going to happen with that. Significant progress was made in terms of legislation. But when we look at the impact of that legislation, we have to say it's got to be a continuation. It's not a celebration, not just a commemoration. Here's why. When we look at the fact that now we've reduced the unemployment differences for Black Americans versus white Americans, we're at a record low when it comes to unemployment levels for Black Americans. When we still got twice as many Black Americans earning, the paltry federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, when we've got Black Americans equally educated, equally experienced, earning 20 to 30% less than white Americans. This has got to be a continuation. Let me just also say, when we've got Black women and Latina women, many of them college educated, graduate school educated, Black women having to earn a master's degree before she earns as much as a white man with an associate's degree only, it's got to be a continuation.
It's something else, right? I mean, it's like we take one step forward, two steps back. So how are you going to address all of this then tomorrow?
Well, one of the things that we're doing is we're going to stress the importance of continuing the fight for voting rights, making sure that people understand how important their voting is. The fact of the matter is that we wouldn't see so much erosion of voting rights if voting wasn't important. So helping people to appreciate their vote is more important maybe than it's ever been. Helping people to appreciate that hate crimes are on the rise for everybody. So we've got to fight back against that. And helping people appreciate that when we talk about economic rights, it concerns everybody. Here in this nation, we've got people of all races and ethnicities who are rent burdened, who are struggling to put food on the table. So the March on Washington in 1963 was about jobs and freedom. It was about economic justice. So what we're going to be doing tomorrow is helping people to appreciate we've got to demand economic justice in all of its forms. That means that we've got to fight against criminal injustice. We've got to fight against fair, the lack of fair wages, against the lack of education and equity, climate injustice. It shows up in every form. Because the fact of the matter is that the founders of the civil rights movement, those who were engaged in the work, understood that racism, misogyny, the most effective tools to uphold an unjust capitalist system. We've got to keep fighting.
Yeah, and this march really coming at a time of heightened racial and political turmoil that we're seeing, and these tensions all across the country, especially yesterday following the arrest of former President Donald Trump again for conspiring to overturn election results, right? So you're talking about the importance of voting here. What are you hoping will come out of the march to create bipartisanship amongst leaders as we head into the next year's presidential race?
Well, what we're hoping is that the legislators, elected officials across this land will see that it's a very diverse group of people who are gathering. We've got more than 60 partner organizations. We've got more than 190 organizations that have joined the coalition. We hope people will see that this is not just a Black issue. It's a significant Black person's issues, but it's an issue that concerns people of all races, including white persons. Economic injustice is a real problem. Our voting rights being eroded, a real problem. Privacy rights being eroded, a real problem. We're hoping that legislators see the numbers and the types of people who are represented, the different identities, including the LGBT community, and that they see that we are unifying. Because when we unify, we are more potent and more powerful than if we're divided and we're actually coming one for another.
Mhm.
That's what we're hoping that they see. And then we take this action to the polls.
Yeah, and let's just hope that this now continuation will once again return to a celebration. Jennifer Jones
Indeed.
Austin, thank you so much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.